Hey guys, thanks for joining us and welcome to episode 8 of Insane Mundane Reviews. Today I got a haircut and we're going to talk more about that in the halftime intermission. Until then we're going to be looking at some audio devices, so make sure to stick around. So guys, if you're familiar with the show, then you'll know that we always have 3 items lined up and we're going to be going through them from crap to king with our semi-crap in the middle. So make sure you stick around and we'll have our bonus review at the end, which is probably everybody's favourite part, and at the halftime I'll talk a little bit more about my haircut, which is as bad as it looks. First up today in the crap position we have the standard set of earphones that everybody in the world owns and they've got free with their mobile phone. When you get a little crappy 20 quid phone, you still get a set of earphones with it. Now we're going to be testing these today, or judging them more accurately, of 2 features. That is the visual and the audio features of these things. Now you might be thinking, why look at the audio, especially as edgy teenagers? You know, we're all about the aesthetics of things, we're all about how they look, form over function. You know, we've got our priorities straight. The older generations, they're fucking idiots, but we know what's going on. So we'll be doing 2 different tests. First we'll analyse the visual, then we'll do a little audio test. So these are, well, they're Huawei earphones. They're white, they sort of look the same as the Apple ones. I think they kind of copied the idea there, because I guess they knew it was an alright idea. They didn't mind snatching it. It's got a little button thing here, which lets you fucking turn the volume up and down. I think if you double tap it, it might skip or something like that. I don't really know how to use that fucking thing. These things should come with instructions, really. The white, however, I have got a bit of a problem with. I like earphones to either have some sort of colour to them, or to just be black. You know, like basically any colour other than white, because it just seems very, very plasticky, very cheap. If they're white, all these iPhone things, they just look like shit because they're just white. And that's just like the cheapest fucking way of making anything, is to make it white. If it's like red or like a dark blue, I kind of like that in earphones, or you know, maybe brown even, or black. Black's probably my favourite one. Dark colours. Visuals, these are fucking shit. And in terms of audio, well, we're going to do the audio test right now. Well, that was wholly unpleasant, and we're just going to leave that crap down the toilet. We're going to fucking flush that away and forget about it. Move on to the second crap position of today, and we have these little arrows, and they come in a little bag, and we all have to admit to ourselves that we rather things when they come in little bags, little pouches that we can carry them around in. Makes us feel very patronly, or matronly. I don't know whether any girls are going to watch this. Anyway, they are these red, tangled up arrows of mine. So straight away, you can see, we'll skip to the visuals, they are red, a cool red colour. They've got the same buttons as the other one. This one has just got one button to play or pause, and a slider for the volume, which I think is much cooler. Little slider, that's fucking awesome. And the buds themselves, they're like little shiny red things, and they've got these little things which fit in your ear ergonomically. So visually these are definitely a lot better than the white ones. These are cool red colour, cool little slider. So visually these are winning. But let's not make any final conclusions yet before the audio test is complete. Well, on the assumption that you didn't mute your speakers, and if you did, you can turn them back up now because it's time for the halftime intermission. But we can see anyway that those 2 were in their rightful places. We'll take a little minute now to talk about my haircut. Now, somebody said the other day that I should get a haircut. if you watch this, you may know who you are, and I'll ask you if you're happy now, if this is what you wanted. Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted? I went in there with a head full of hair, crap loads of hair, shitloads of hair, I tell you, and it's all gone. These people didn't really understand English, and I started off with one man who had to ask the other man what I wanted, because he didn't understand. The other man didn't understand anyway, so he told this man what I wanted in their Eastern language, and the first man started off alright, to be fair, because he was just doing the back and sides, and that wasn't too bad. And the other man took over, and it must have been a good half an hour that he was just going at it. He was relentless, and if I ever said anything, he just said, I know. It's good. When I said about the top, I said, when I first went in there, I said just back and sides, a little bit off the top. I should have said nothing, but I think he interpreted it as you only want a little bit left on the top, because he was going to get rid of more. I had to stop him. It was all going. He had actually brushed it forward and was just cutting it. So I wouldn't have been able to fucking put it back like this if he'd have just carried on going. It was quite something. It looks quite good at the back and the sides, and I mean it's not terrible, but I had a lot of hair. And it took a long time to grow that, but alas, it is. Actually, I'm going to a hot country next week, so it's sort of a blessing in disguise, I suppose. It's sort of how they have the hair over there, sort of this sort of length at the very least, not really the style, but anyway, enough of that. On to our final review of the main part, at least, our king for today. Stay tuned. Now it's time for our king position of today, and I thought we'd bump it up a grade from earphones to a set of headphones. Now, when I first got introduced to headphones many years ago, and I moved on from earphones, I said to myself, Ray, fuck you, are you ever going back to earphones? And you know what? I never have. This is the second set I've owned. I bought these to replace the other ones. I've never looked back. They are much rather than to earphones. I mean, the quality, the bass that you get out of these is way better. It's just the audio experience is far greater, but that's not what we're interested in. Edgy teens were all about function over form, so how do they perform in terms of their aesthetics? Well, they do make a big deal on the packaging of these. Marley is the brand, you can sort of see it in there. They make a big deal about how eco-friendly they are. They are made from recycled materials, and there's little bits of wood on either side, and that is from FSC certified sources, so they're very eco-friendly speakers, and they make a big deal about that, but they have still got pretty good quality regardless. The button thing on these isn't quite as good. It's only got a button, it hasn't got anything for volume. It just pauses and plays and skips if you double tap it. However, it has got a cool cord. It's got like a fabric over it, and well, the colour of these things, the design it's pretty cool. Visually, they are winning. They're a dark colour, sort of like a foresty sort of vibe to them, with the wood on them, of course. And then this is like a green and brown thing, or it looks very silver on you. But anyway, visually they're pretty good. But let's try the audio, because that is the ultimate decider. We're just going to have a very quick recap before we go on to our bonus review today, and as you could tell, no matter how good the ear audio devices were, they were all massive turn-offs. It just goes to show, the lesson we can learn here is that if you want real good audio speakers, you have to go bigger, and that's what brings us on to our bonus review. And that brings us on to our bonus review, the final bit of today, and we have a Sony boombox. This is bigger. And when it comes to speakers, unlike knives, bigger is better. So we'll analyse this the same two ways we have been before, starting with the visuals. It's black. I like dark colours. If it was white, you wouldn't fucking look at the thing. It's got a little light thing there, which changes ever so slightly when audio is coming out. It like flashes colours in rhythm with the thing, which is quite cool. It's got nice buttons which sort of blend in with the shape of it, and a nice little digital display, and two big babies. So visually, this is a winner, and also you look like a fucking king if you're fucking strolling around one of these bad boys. It does take batteries, but like 1,000 of them, so we have to stick to wired. Anyway, onto our audio testing. We're gonna skip to track 6. Sing along.
Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she threw the hallelujah.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.